good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 978. It's the free-for-all. We play Name That Player football. Football is on the docket today. We play a little football, Name That Player, coming up after a while. So what's happening? I watched a little bit of the game last night, Thursday Night Football. It was Vikings and Eagles. Had it on kind of in the background. Did a lot of shipping. My wife was out of town. Friend of hers husband passed away. So some of her college friends got together to do the funeral thing. So I ordered a pizza, drank a few Bud Lights, did a lot of shipping, watched a little football, sat outside, turned the fire pit on for a little bit. And here we are. So it's funny when I ship and list and ship. It's like, what am I going to talk about? I did order pizza last night. I wanted to, because I don't want to cook, right? So I'm like, initially I was going to do frozen. I was just going to get a frozen pizza. And it's like, I don't even want to F around with that. I don't even want to throw a frozen pizza in the oven. Like, I'm just going to order. It's been a while since I've ordered delivery. And then it's like, what pizza do I want? I actually went to Yelp and I wanted to look at different pizzas for delivery. And I'm scrolling through and I see Sugar River Pizza. And I don't think I've ever had Sugar River Pizza. It's kind of I think it's a small chain just around Madison because the Sugar River is kind of a small river here. So I'm like, I'm going to try Sugar River Pizza. Go to order. It looks good. The pictures look good. They don't deliver here because the location is in Verona, but it's like all the way. They may have delivered to my old house because I did have a Verona mailing address, even though I was 4 miles from Verona. So, but they may have delivered there, but they don't deliver here. So I'm like, well, bummer. And then it's like, I have no idea what I want. So I went with the old standby, which wasn't Rosati's. Usually that's like if I order delivery, it's Rosati's. But I went with Jets. I love Jets. I love Jets more than Rosati's. So I went with Jets, just got a regular Detroit style sausage. And it was good. Jets pizza, man. Dare I say it's better than Casey's gas station pizza? I didn't even there's only one Casey's within like 10 miles of where I'm at. And then the nearest after that, because of this one in Verona, like 50%, they actually have somebody making pizzas. I think they really have some staffing issues. If they don't have a pizza maker, then I have to go to Belleville. And Belleville's like 30 minutes or 35 minutes, probably 35 now because I'm 5 minutes further away. It's like, certainly, if I don't even want to put a frozen pizza in, I'm certainly not driving an hour both ways just for my gas station pizza. And I've been on the road enough lately that I've had my fill of Casey's pizza. I haven't had a taco pizza in a while. But when I'm down to like Club 400, I'm down in that area, I'm passing Casey's left and right. Once you get out in the rural areas, there's a Casey's in every small town. So I can hit up a Casey's, have a sausage pizza for lunch. They don't stock taco pizza in their singles, probably because it's messy. I bet that's why they don't do it, because they don't want to clean up, kind of like the ice cream machine at McDonald's. They have it. They just don't want to use it because then they have to clean it. I think that's why they don't put singles of taco pizza out at Casey's. It's like you're gonna have sausage and you're gonna like it. Although the breakfast pizza is up there with the taco pizza. Casey's General Store. If you've never heard of it, if you listen to this show, you know I'm a big Casey's taco pizza guy. It's a Midwest staple. If there was a Mount Rushmore of Midwest food, delicacies in rural America, it'd be Casey's Taco Pizza, Busch Light, sweet corn, and bacon. That's the delicacies of the rural Midwest. Here in Wisconsin, we're not big pork people up here. I think there's pig farms in Wisconsin, but we're more of we're the cheese state. We're a dairy cattle state. We're a cow state. Illinois, where I grew up, shout out Anawan, we're in pig country. We like our hogs. Eating our bacon. Wearing my Anawan shirt, high school football day. Go everybody, go alma maters out there, unless you're from Havana High School, home of the Ducks. Not tonight. Not tonight. You're going down, Anawan, Wethersfield. I think my hometown is hosting tonight. I wanted to get back for one. They host 2 home games because they co-op with Wethersfield, which is in the hog capital of the world, Kewanee, Illinois. The Wethersfield Flying Geese and the Anawan Braves, they are now known as the Anawan Wethersfield Titans. So with that co-op, Wethersfield is the host football school, so they get the playoff games. They get more home games. So I think when there's 5 home games, there's 9 games in a season. So I think when Anawan Wethersfield receives 5 home games, Anawan gets 2 of them. But if there's only 4 home games, Anawan only gets 1. So this must be a year of 5 home games because Anawan gets 2. Tonight, I believe, is 1 against Havana, Unana. And then I think in 2 weeks, I think there's another home. Because I was looking at the schedule and I'm like, ooh, how am I going to make this work? And I don't know if I will. Because I think the next home game, let's look it up. My Anawan Braves ranked number 9 in the Class 1A Associated Press High School football rankings. They started the season number 7, but then they suffered a 1-point loss to Stark County Rebels. All right, let's look by conference. Oh, I forgot. It's the Lincoln Trail Prairie Land. Of course, they're in the small division. Oh, sweet. Havana, Unana, they're 0-3. Are they? Oh, nope, that's not who we play tonight. Who the hell do we play? Oh, we play the United Red Storm. Okay, boo. Boo United. United Red Storm 2-1. Anawan Wethersfield Titans 2-1. Let's see. Common opponents. Oh, United Red Storm beat Rushville Industry 34-22. That's who Anawan played last week. A win 29-20. So similar. So we play the United Red Storm at Anawan this evening. At least I know that's going to be on the radio. My friends at Prairie Radio Communications, WMOI and WRAM out of Monmouth, probably going to be broadcasting that game out of an auctioneer truck. That's the gift of broadcasting on radio in some of the small towns, including Anawan. You get to broadcast from the back of an auctioneer truck. Then let's see. Oh, then Havana in 2 weeks, September 29th. Oh, that's why I can't go to that game, because it's the night before. September 29th is a big night. What? Everybody's scheduling things on September 29th, getting it in before the fourth quarter, I guess. Got to squeeze everything in this quarter. There's an Andre Dawson bourbon tasting at Club 400 Wrigleyville, which I would love to go, even though I don't like bourbon. It's a very small. I think it's only 25 tickets. It's a little pricey, but I would go. But the Madison Card Show is the next day, and the Anawan Wethersfield Titans hosting the Havana Ducks on that night as well. But me, I'll be hunkered down in this basement getting ready for the Madison Card Show the next day, which, by the way, next Madison Card Show, Saturday, September 30th, Tables are going out left and right. I'm pretty sure I'm sold out. I think I'm sold out because I have the reason I think that it's like I haven't even put down like my regulars. I know I have a couple regulars that are out this month. I know I have at least one or two that are back after missing last month. And then I've got a whole bunch of new dealers. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. So far, 11 first-time dealers, not including the guys that haven't been set up in a while. One of my dealers hasn't set up in 3 months. 2 months for him. Let's see. Wally's back, my guy. Wally, he hasn't set up in over a year, like a year and a half. So he's not a first-timer, but it's been a long time since he's set up. Tim, same with him. It's probably been a year since he's set up. So yeah, a lot of returning dealers as well. It's kind of now that it's been, how long has the show been running? Over 2 years. April, May, June, July, August. 2.5 years now for the Madison Card Show. And it's interesting to see you've got guys like the Gish Bowl, one of my early dealers, and then completely got out of the hobby, sold everything and was out for about a year, maybe a year and a half. And now he's setting up again. And so he's going to be there at the end of the month. So it's funny. Wally hasn't been set up at Madison for a year and a half, back setting up again for this month. So it's kind of cool to see the recycling. And then also your guys that are there every month, because people like that. It's a delicate balance running a card show because you want people returning every month, because if they're, you know, if they're good dealers and they're making deals and customers want to buy from them, you want that. But you also want new dealers, because otherwise, if you have the same people every month, people come in and they're like, oh, it's just the same dealers every month. And so it doesn't inspire people to come back every month. You want people to come in every month, but you have to give them something that they're willing to come out for. So having first-time dealers on a consistent basis is good, but mixing it in with regulars who are there and making deals every month also. And we've got and it's just happened. It's just organic that it's happened like this. You know, I've been fortunate where I haven't had to go out and like recruit dealers, which is, I probably should be more proactive at doing that. I think that's one of my weaknesses at running a card show. I've just kind of, you know, I don't go out and snag dealers. It's like, because I mean, I don't have to. There will come a time. There will come a time. It's not going to be like this, you know, for the duration. But Saturday, September 30th, next Madison Card Show. Before that, I'll be set up at the 2-day show down in Loves Park, which is Rockford, for the Midwest premiere. That's next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend at the Indoor Sports Center. So I'll have a couple tables there. I'll have bargain boxes. I'll have blowout bargain boxes that have been cherry-picked. You know, they've been through several shows. I've gone through and taken what I want, and they're still quarter cards. But you know, it's a good, for $50 for about 2,000 cards. It's a hell of a good deal. So I'll have, I don't know how many I'll have, but I'll have I've got two, because I put a big $50 on the top, so I know this is a $50 box. So that's only on a select couple boxes. So that deal does not include that. You know, that's not like, you can't fill a box for 50. There's varying prices on when, like, if you fill a box, there's varying prices. If it's new stuff, it's basically like 200. If it's stuff that's like, it's kind of old, it's been cherry picked, but not completely cherry picked, it's 100. And then once I cherry pick through it, then it's 50. So that's kind of how it goes. We've got George in the house. What's up, George? Good evening to you. Steve out in Arizona. Good morning. Happy Friday. Or as I'll say in Arizona, happy Cubs Day. Steve gets to see the Cubs this weekend. Hey, it's Justin Steele Day. Let's talk about Justin Steele. Go Cubs, go. It's Justin Steele Day. Cubs and Diamondbacks this weekend. How about Justin Steele? I tweeted this out yesterday. Somebody in my Cubs chat. I guess the Topps update checklist is out. So Justin Steele has rookie cards this year, right? Even though I don't know if he quite qualified for rookie status in 2021, because I think he only started 9 games. He appeared in 20 games. I don't know somebody Google it. There's an innings cutoff for rookie status. I know he appeared in 20 games, started 9 in 2021. And then obviously last year, he kind of had a breakout season. At least if you dig into the stats, he did. 27 starts last year. Or was it 27? Or I think it's 27 this year. Anyway, he had a full-time starter last year, 2022. So he got some rookie cards this year. Finally. And but he wasn't in Series 1. And he wasn't in Series 2. But he's in the Cubs teams. So he has a Topps rookie card, but it's just not, he has no parallels. There's no advanced stats. There's no golds, foils, blacks, superfractors, nothing like that. So I guess there is a superfractor because he's in Topps Chrome. He is in Topps Chrome, but so somebody mentioned that, and he's not on the Topps update checklist. So we're not going to get a rainbow of Topps base rookies. For arguably the favorite for the site, that was another thing when I tweeted this out. People took umbrage. Is that a correct word to use? Umbrage. Took umbrage with my proclaiming Justin Steele the Cy Young favorite, which, I mean, he is. Blake Snell's up there, but look at Blake Snell's walks. He leads the league in walks. That's a disqualifier in my opinion. A little bias for me. But anyway, going back to Justin Steele. So I looked at his trading card database. How many baseball cards does Justin Steele have? I was shocked, floored. I was just amazed at the number of cards Justin Steele has. The lack of cards he has. 151 cards. So somebody else said, well, he was never a prospect. He had injuries, blah, 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 blah. Wrong. He was a high draft. I think he was an overslot guy. He was a 5th round draft pick, but he was like an overslot because I think he was a high school pitcher. Drafted in 2014. I mean, he was a well enough thought of prospect out of the draft that he got a first Bowman card in 2014. And again in 2015, Justin Steele has 2 first Bowmans. And he still only has 151 cards total going back to 2014. That's just insane. For a guy that debuted in 2021, started more than 20 games in 2022, 27 starts this year, and is arguably the leader for the National League Cy Young Award. 151 cards over 10 years. I'm just like, this has got to be, I have to double check. Do they have 2 Justin Steele? Do they spell his name wrong in trading card database? No. This is insane. Absolutely insane. So Justin Steele, 5th round overslot draft pick, 2014, gets 2 first Bowman cards. He was a Cubs top 10 prospect for 3 years. Then he kind of fell off. And then all of a sudden in 2021, he oh yeah, I forgot about Justin Steele because, I mean, we had COVID year in there. 2020 was just this blurry, weird year. So 2021, all of a sudden toward the end of the year, Justin Steele comes up. It's oh yeah, forgot about that guy. He was, pretty highly thought of 7 years ago. And then I proclaimed my bold prediction, which, yeah, I said it was bold, but I had faith in Justin Steele having a huge season. Why did I think that? I'll tell you why. So I'd heard, based on, I'd heard some things about Wilson Contreras' defense and how he handled pitchers, young pitchers, in fact. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to just hear things, and they came from pretty reliable sources, so can't discount it. But I'm like, I want to see the numbers, because a lot of things we just say are anecdotal, and there's no science, there's no numbers to back up what we say. In my description today, I said I'm setting records in my eBay store. I have no idea. It's just something to pull you in, like, oh, I want to see what he's selling. It's just marketing. So I want to see what Justin Steele's numbers were last year. I want to dig into the numbers. So I did. And when I looked at the numbers of Justin Steele with his battery mate in 2022, and I talked a lot about this in April, the numbers, much like his lack of baseball cards, shocked me. When you break down the splits of Justin Steele's 2022 starts with catcher Wilson Contreras and catcher Yan Gomes. And here, I don't want to be anecdotal because I can't remember the exact numbers, but I looked, and then all of a sudden I'm like, well, I'm going to check out Keegan Thompson's numbers, another young pitcher. The same. The splits are just insane. And even Kyle Hendricks, who's a veteran, I'm like, okay, well, I bet Split Finder. I don't think that's the right one. No, that's not it. There's a way to find, is it game logs, advanced stats, more splits? Maybe if I just type or click on splits, 2022 splits. I think this is where I get it. So Justin Steele splits 2022 for catcher. Where are we at? Come on. By catcher, Justin Steele. Here. Don't take my word for it. Present. Share screen. Justin Steele. All right. Can you see? All right. Let's make it widescreen. Let's kill that video down here. There we go. Okay. Here it is. By catcher. So he pitched in, Justin Steele pitched 16 games with Wilson Contreras as the catcher, a 3.97 ERA, 72 strikeouts, 42 walks. Yan Gomes, 8 games, a 1.36 ERA, 54 strikeouts, 8 walks. And guess who the catcher is that the Cubs have this year? Yes, Yan Gomes. I'm like, okay, I like what I'm seeing here. So that's why I made the bold prediction. Justin Steele, top 3 National League Cy Young. I made that prediction back on April 2nd. I have receipts. Go to my Twitter. It's a pinned tweet. Justin Steele for Cy Young. So 151 total cards. So then I broke down on Trading Card Database. I wonder how many 2023 cards Justin Steele has, because you would think most of those are probably from this year. And just under a third are, about 30% of his 151 cards. 40 total. So what is that? Maybe closer to 25, 28%, 27%. Anyway, Justin Steele, 40 cards in 2023. Frank Schwindel, who was released by the Cubs last September, before the 2022 season ended. Frank Schwindel no longer a Chicago Cub. Frank Schwindel, 2023 cards, 43. Now, 2 of those are because he's playing in Japan, I think. So he has 41 Cubs cards. Justin Steele has 40 Cubs cards in 2023. Arguably the leader for the National League Cy Young, 40 cards. A guy who was cut before the end of last season, 41 Cubs cards in 2023 products. It's just, I know it is what it is, and you're going to have some of these quirks with checklists, but as a diehard Cubs fan and a huge Cubs collector and a big Justin Steele fan. And, I don't think it's probably ever happened. Like, I don't think a card count has, I don't have any evidence. If so, I would love to, if this has happened before to a top 3 Cy Young guy or a top 3 MVP, like the 2 biggest awards in baseball, I would love to get some names. It's going to be a little skewed once you go back, like, say pre-1990, because before 1990, we had 3 companies for a decade, and before that it was only Topps. So you can't say, well, in 1961, Don Schwal was the rookie of the year and he only has 3 cards total. No, like 1990 to current. I'd love to see that. Steel Cards. Hey, any relation? Steel Cards, are you any relation to Justin Steele? Are you from Loosedale, Mississippi? That's where Justin Steele's from. Loosedale, Mississippi. Kyle's in the house. What's up, Kyle? We've got Steve Ains Comedy. Good morning. Ship. List. Ship. This morning, ship. Ooh, ship. Ship your booty. My wife, before she left yesterday, she does like mailers for, they do like recipe cards. Her mom started this like 30 years ago or longer ago. And it's funny the amount of people that receive these recipe cards in the mail, and they'll be like, if they don't know, like, oh, I get your recipe cards. I tried the blueberry muffins. Oh, they were to die for. And it's fun. Like, it's funny. They send out football schedule magnets. It's all the Wisconsin football. It's like the Badgers, and I think it's just the Badgers and Packers. Boo. Like, get my wife to put Bears on there. So Packers and Badgers football schedules, they send out, in August, September. And it's funny, one of my friends, he was a realtor, his mom is a realtor, and like his uncle has my wife and mother-in-law's magnet on the fridge ever. He's like, yeah, I love those schedule magnets. It's like, see, it works. Marketing, I love it. So she's sending out, I think it's recipe cards that she was mailing out. So she prints out the names, address, puts them on, has the envelope. She has the whole envelope thing. I should ask my wife where she gets her envelopes. I've never done. Hey, where do you get your envelope? How much are you paying per envelope? And so she's got a whole stack, and she's like, can you drop these off at the post office? Absolutely. And she's like, I don't know how you do this all day. Like, I did this for an hour, and I'm like, well, sometimes my back hurts. Ship. Ship. And that's what I'm going to do today. Today, I think, and this is anecdotal number again, the number was 138. That's how many eBay notifications for sales I had this morning and I went to bed a little later than usual. I think it was like 10:30. So from 10:30 to 6 a.m., 138 sales in the overnight hours, which I'm pretty sure is a record. It used to be regularly, I would receive like 50, like almost on a daily basis. The volume has, as we've come out of the boom, like that was during the boom, but I also only had 4,000 listings. Now at 45,000 listings. It's a pretty telltale sign that not as many people are buying cards than they were in 2021, which, duh, I think we all know that. David, what's up? Good morning. Victor's in the house. Go Cubs. Justin Steele Day. Is it a 120 game, Steve? Steve knows. Steve's going to be there. Steve, what time does the game start today? I like 120 games because I can list. So if there's a 120 game, I've kind of got this new routine. If there's a 120 Cubs game, I do all my shipping in the morning, and then I start listing in the afternoon so I can watch the Cubs game or listen to it because my back's to the TV. Oh, it looks like it's a night game. Oh, is it one of those West Coast games? Oh, 8:40. Come on. You're killing me, Arizona. You're killing me. 8:40? I can't stay up that late. Good morning, Donald. What's up, Donald? John's in the house. It's also Rosh Hashanah for those who celebrate. We'll be having dinner at my mother-in-law's tonight. No temple. My wife's like, I don't think I'm going to go to temple, but she's relieved me of my temple, my husbandly temple duties. I used to go. Now it's kind of like her mom doesn't really go. It's like, She's like, you don't have to go. Okay. I won't. So it is Rosh Hashanah. So dinner tonight, break the fast tomorrow. And it's see, I like just step back. So break the fast, you fast, and then you break the fast and they just devour food. And so I just kind of stand back because I'm not Jewish. I don't fast. I'm not religious at all. So I'm not going to follow any of those. And so I just stand back. It's like, I had breakfast like an hour ago. I'm cool. You guys eat. You're hungry. You haven't eaten 24 hours. Go fill your stomachs. I'll just step back. I'll just eat the leftovers. Merle's in the house. So break the fast is tomorrow. My eagle's back. I haven't seen my eagle in a while. Where's he at? Oh my God. He's beautiful. I haven't seen him in a couple weeks. Majestic. A majestic eagle. Good morning, Merle. Magic number for Hobby Evolution. I like it. Magic number. I might use that for a thumbnail like most every day when I can't think of one. Magic number. We're getting close to 1,000. Mark's in the house. What's up? Good morning. Feeling like fall in Jersey. It's fall here, man. It is fall. My tree right here, already colors are changing. Leaves are changing color. It was cold last night. Like I went outside and turned the fire pit on for a little bit. And I'm like, it's chilly. And I had a hoodie on. Hoodie and shorts. It's like, it's chilly. It's fall, man. It is fall. Sports card ripping teacher. Happy Justin Steele Day to all that celebrate. Yes. The Cubs can win a playoff series versus anyone. Steele can win game 147 versus anyone. Rosati's is good. Next time, try 20P20 for the coupon code, 20%. That code has worked for a couple of years in the Chicago area. Once Steele wins game 1, the professor will keep you in game 2. I like it. I'm not as confident as you with the playoff series talk. I just don't think here's my concern with the Cubs in the playoffs. Playoffs is Justin Steele will absolutely keep us in games. Will the offense? And it's like, which offense? The offense this year has been Jekyll and Hyde. So which offense is going to come to play? And my concern is they're running out of gas, and Justin Steele may give up a run or two, but I don't trust the offense to score 3 runs at this point. So that's my concern with playoffs. Tracy, what's up? Good morning. Sports card ripping teacher. Watch out when the Busch Light Blaze orange can comes out. Yes. Max says there's no Mount Rushmore that should have any pizza on it anywhere. Come on, man. Pizza, no matter where you're at, pizza should be on Mount Rushmore. It doesn't matter if you're in Wisconsin, if you're in Alabama, if you're in New Jersey, especially New Jersey. They got good pizza out there. New Jersey and Connecticut and New York. It's good pizza. Detroit style is good. Quad City style, which is just kind of every style rips another style off. California, maybe California shouldn't have pizza. In Florida, Florida beer, maybe it's improved. I haven't been to Florida in a few years, but Florida beer sucks. Florida beer is like Italy. Like it's not a beer state. Maybe that's changed. I know there's a couple breweries in Florida, craft breweries, but for the most part, Florida beer is not good. It's like Italy. Like they got Peroni, and what's the other one? They got Peroni and another one. And like that's all I drank in Italy was Peroni. We did do a wine tasting tour. I'm not a wine guy, but I suffered through it. Suffered through drinking wine. And Peroni's okay. Certainly not up there in beers I would choose to drink. But pizza Pizza should be on everybody's Mount Rushmore. Bink Scott, what's up? Colors for Titans. So Wethersfield was green and white. Anawan was maroon and white. Fight, fight, fight. Old Anawan. A-N-N-A-W-A-N, Anawan. Fight on to victory. It's the, is that Notre Dame? I think it's Notre Dame's fight song. Bink Scott, you're a Bradford guy, right? So the Titans are like, I don't think I have any Titan gear. I have a few Anawan shirts. Because I'm one of those guys, and you're probably the same way with Bradford, because Bradford, they kind of go everywhere now. They don't have a high school anymore. Anawan still has a high school, so we're still the Anawan Braves for certain sports. But even for football, it's like I can't find myself wearing an Anawan Wethersfield Titans shirt. It just doesn't feel right. I gotta represent Chief Anawan. Their colors, I think, are blue and silver and green. I think it's like silver, blue, and green. And of course, the Titans, which every school that's created or co-ops and consolidates, they're like the Titans. That was a run in like, 15, 20 years ago. Everybody became the Titans because it was Anawan Wethersfield Titans, West Hancock Titans, El Paso Gridley, I think, Titans. Everybody became the Titans. Monmouth Roseville Titans. Titans. Dan's in the house. What's up, Dan? Softball tourney postponed due to typhoon rain this weekend. Ooh. Stay safe. That sounds awful. Like rain. I like a good rainfall, but I don't know if I want a typhoon. Typhoon. Wasn't Typhoon a wrestler with Earthquake? Earthquake and Typhoon. They were the natural disasters. Typhoon, who also was Tugboat. What's his name? Fred somebody. Tugboat. Bourbon sucks too. I don't even know if I've ever had bourbon. Max thinks everything sucks. I'm not going to say it sucks because I don't think I've ever had it. Is it like whiskey? Is bourbon and whiskey the same thing? Whiskey. Ugh. The smell of whiskey makes me like gag. Ugh. Dan, what's up? Now that you're getting really close to 1 million Cubs, what has been the most enjoyable part of the journey? So from like the first several thousand cards, it's been the people that I've met along the way by far. And I think I mentioned that like in one of the first interviews that I did talking about the project was just the stories and the people, the fellow collectors. I've met a lot of Cubs collectors through this. Just collectors in general. So it's definitely been the people, which is why I don't want it to like, I want to get to 1 million because it's my goal. But it's, it's bittersweet because it's coming to an end. And that's why I still want to take my sign. I still got to mark like, hey, and it's not like I don't wear the number to like brag, like, hey, look at me, I have this many Cubs cards. I am not a type A. I mean, sometimes people, well, you jump on in front of a video, you've done almost 1,000 videos, you're type A. I'm not type A. Like, you put me in a room and I'm just going to kind of wait until somebody comes and talks to me. Like, I'm not going to go up. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I go, like the Madison card show, a little different. Like, I'm going to go talk to people. But if I'm in like a room full of strangers and like an awkward, like I'm not going to talk to people. But like if I went to the National, like I'm not going to just go up and talk to people. And if I go to the National, nobody knows like what my project is about. So if I wear this sandwich board, I'm walking around and people are like, what's that? And then we get to talking. And then sometimes they tell me a story about like their grandpa or, oh, I collect, I was wearing the sign at the National this year and some guy came up. We had an awesome conversation and he's like, do you have any programs? And I'm like, I do. Like, I don't really collect paper products, but, if I acquire them, like I have a bunch, but, I don't go out and seek them out. I don't buy them. And he's like, okay, because I collect the run of Cubs game day, or not game day, but I think, game day programs. And and I'm only missing 3. And I'm like, and I've got a friend who also does this. And so he's looking for, and I'm like, so how far back does your collection go? He goes, 1885. I'm like, holy shit. And he's like, so I need 1902, 1912, and 1914 or something. And I'm like, well, I've got a guy who has like a bunch, he might have some of these. So I messaged my buddy Tommy, and I'm like, Tommy, hey, do you have, he's like, no, where are they? And I'm like, oh, I'm talking to a guy at the National, and he has like the entire run back to 1885, and he only needs these 3. And I didn't get the guy's I gave him my card. Hopefully he reaches out at some point, because like that's just, those are the type of stories and collections and collectors that's like, if I'm just walking around in my Anawan shirt at the National, nobody's going to come up and say, hey, random guy with an Anawan Braves non-politically correct logo on your shirt, do you know where I could find a 1902 Cubs program? No, nobody's going to do that. But if I'm wearing a stupid sandwich board with the Cubs cardometer, people are going to be like, you're a Cubs guy. Hey, do you know where I could find a super rare piece of, no, but let's exchange information. And hey, if you ever find a super rare card, I'm your guy. You're my program guy. I'm your guy. So that's been the best part of the project. Philly Joe's in the house. What's up? Good morning. Harlan's here. Sheena's in the house. What's up, Sheena? Hall of Fame card collector. Good morning. I had a 7-card order last night to wake up to for $25. Isn't that the best? Waking up, looking at your eBay notifications. Oh, I've got a bunch of sales. I love that. I did. I think they did make the purchase. Okay. Oh, I sold a bunch of soccer packs. I think when I started this, I had wiped out my notifications, and I'm back to 39. So I have a lot of shipping, which is a great problem to have. Somebody came in and bought my 10 packs of Pro Set soccer cards. What was I saying? Oh, so speaking of eBay, I got an offer. So some of my hits from my Bowman Chrome rip, which you can see in my video library. I listed the Joendry Vargas Chrome Auto for $300. I had somebody offer me $180, which I want to accept. However, caveat, he has 0 feedback. The buyer's from Taiwan with 0 feedback. I'm a little like, there's still like, and see, I don't deal with many hundreds of dollar cards. So when you're dealing with $20 and under cards, you don't have people sending offers, bogus offers to boost comps. So I'm going to go look through some sales. Can do that right now. Joendry Vargas, Bowman Chrome Auto sales. And it's like, I want to accept it, but then there's also the point, well, could it be a fake account? Bowman Chrome. Not that I'm going to get scammed, but I just don't want to sit on it for 4 days. Because I could, it may go from 180 to 100, with the way the Bowman market can be at release. Okay, so it looks like 180 looks like it is kind of the comp. Now that's freaking best offers. Let's go to 130 point. 130 point. See, that's another thing with comps on new product is search eBay sales. There's so many best offers. So I don't even know why I look at eBay sold. I just need to go to 130 point. 2023 Bowman Chrome Auto Joendry Vargas sold items. Submit. All right, let's see what we come up with. So this one sold for 180. This one sold for 250. Oh wait, that's the refractor version. There's a speckle base. That's a base 225. So it looks like 180 and 225 are my comps. 180 and 225. Let's just hell with it. Let's just accept that offer. Let's just accept that offer. Can I find it quick enough? Nothing's quick. I got a lot of, by the way, I got a lot of offers. The coupon code, if you go to my eBay store, 99centcards.com, or click on the link in the description, that coupon code is valid for 50% off 5 or more items. There is a max savings of $100. Also, it does not include offers. So like somebody came in and sent offers on like a whole bunch of cards. And I'm like, so I had to send them a message. I'm like, the coupon's not valid. You'll save more if you buy these at regular price. You'll get these cheaper than what the offers are sending. So I don't know if people think they'll get an additional 50% off the offers. It doesn't work like that. So offers are not valid. I don't think I can. My phone, my app is still not allowing me to open the offers screen. It is a glitch somewhere within eBay. So let's go ahead. Maybe by the end of the show, we're going to play Name That Player coming up. So stay tuned to Name That Player. Joandre Vargas. We'll just accept this offer. See if it gets paid for. 180. So we accepted the offer. Let's see if it gets paid for. What time is it in Taiwan? Taiwan, are they on the same time zone as Dan and George? What time is it in Taiwan? Because maybe. Oh, it's 8:51 p.m. So they're 13 hours ahead of us. So maybe they're still awake and they'll make payment. Okay, where are we at? Dorky Angler. Good morning. What's happening? Johnny Boy Cards in the house. Happy Friday. Casey's breakfast pizza is the bomb. It is. I don't like the bacon though. Now, I'm not saying I don't like bacon. I do think bacon is overrated. I know that's a hot take. But I don't like the bacon breakfast pizza. I just like the sausage, cheese, egg, whatever else, but not the bacon. Good morning, Sal Dougie. He was at the game. I think the Brewers win last night. If he had a great time, I'm assuming the Brewers won. Flawed Thinker, good morning. Go Jackson Chourio. Fun fact, Jackson Chourio is the first teenager since Delman Young in 2005 to hit 20-plus home runs and steal 30-plus bases while playing exclusively in the upper minors. Delman blast from the past. Yes. Jackson Chourio. Yeah, he's playing really well. Sports card ripping teacher says one of my favorite things about Steele pitching at Wrigley is the Johnny Cash while he warms up. Hell yeah. The man in black. Good morning. Got smoked on a case of Bowman Chrome yesterday. Probably lost $3,000. Win some, lose more. Yeah. It's the ultimate gamble. It's like part of me. And that's the that's the thing. What did I grade? You know, I graded the Bowman Chrome checklist, and I'm like, afterwards, it's probably going to be the same. My thought on Bowman Chrome is better because of what I pulled. But I've seen other breaks that it's like, ooh, I'm glad I didn't get that box. But it's like I saw the cases went up, and it's like, ooh, you know. Sometimes we get in this, okay, if we open 2 boxes and we make money on our 2 boxes. And this was my thought process back in 2015, 2016. It's like, I'm increasing my chances of a big hit if I buy a case instead of a couple boxes. And then I ran numbers, and I still have my spreadsheet, and it's not the case. There are products that over time that I've ran the numbers have been much better at ROI. It's also dependent on how much you get the case for or box, and when you get it and how you sell it and all that. I think there's definitely products that you can make money on. But there's others like Bowman Chrome where it's a gamble. You might, if you hit an Ethan Salas gold auto, you just paid for your case. But if you hit just a bunch of base pitcher autos, you're going to lose $3,000. So it's the ultimate gamble. Zach and Porter, what's up? Are you counting the ink dot variations on those first Bowman cards? Those should increase his unique count. Make sure you do your full research. Well, hey, eventually when I start logging them, if Trading Card Database has those as a unique card, then it's a unique card in my book. Depending on, I don't know. I don't know if they are or not. Zach would know. But that's kind of how my unique count, my unique Cubs count will come down to what trading card database says it is. That's basically how the unique count will go. Because I don't get into that. Like, to me, an 89 Donruss Andre Dawson is an 89 Donruss Andre Dawson. If there's a dot before the INC on the back, that doesn't mean it's a unique card to me. But I know there are people who collect those wacky different colors on 72 tops. Like, that's not a variation. That's not a unique card. They're all 72 tops. Good morning, Terry. What's up, Terry? Excuse me. Dave in the house. It's homecoming day at Bushnell Prairie City. I had my Bushnell Prairie City hoodie on yesterday, playoff hoodie from 2007, I think. Go Spartans. They got the parade. Homecoming football. Who do you got tonight? Who's the Bushnell Prairie City Spartans got tonight? BPC. Grinding for good. Happy Friday. Robert's in the house. Good morning. Mid-South Card Show, Bartlett, Tennessee. Saturday, September 16th. Be there. That's tomorrow. Hey, if you're in the Tennessee, Bartlett, Tennessee. Where's Bartlett? I've got some friends. Some of my Cub friends are down in Tennessee, but I don't know where Bartlett is. Bartlett, Tennessee. Bartlett, Tennessee. Let's see. Memphis. Okay, so my friends are on the other side of the state. I think they're up by like Knoxville. Is that, yeah, Knoxville, I think is where they're at. Somewhere in that area. So just outside of Memphis. Love me some Memphis barbecue. Loved Gomes when he was on the Nationals. Yeah. He's an unsung hero on the Cubs. Steel Cards is from Utah. Utah and Mississippi, about as opposite as you can get. About as opposite as you can get. So I doubt Steel Cards 801 and Justin are related. Morning, Card Hobbyist. What's up? Raphael, long time. What's happening? Merle is here. I'm off from work today so I can stay at home and work, list and ship and list. Shipping is done for now. Only 3 going out so far. Well, hopefully that number increases. Sports card ripping teacher. While at Knox, I love going to Duffy's for the West Coast games. I also love going to the 120 games. I try to avoid classes after lunch. Heck yeah. Pizza is easily the most overrated food out there. Not even a time. Oh my God. Hide that comment. There's no such thing as pizza is, I could eat pizza every day. Not the same. That's the thing about pizza. Like, you can have thin crust. You can have deep dish. You can have pan style. And then each of those have different combination toppings. Like, pizza is the most genius food ever made. Thank you to the inventor of pizza. Sports card ripping teacher says that's a valid concern. At the start of the season, I said they would be consistently inconsistent. I think that has been true most of the year. Absolutely. Today, I'm wearing my glass half full Cubs hat. I like it. I like it. Max says Florida sucks, period, except Disney and Luis Ariz. I like the weather. The weather is beautiful. And of course, I love humidity. So Florida humidity, I like the humidity in Florida. John says for Italian beer, there's Birra Moretti, but its parent company is Heineken, which is from the Netherlands. Aha. I did not. We went to the Netherlands a couple years ago, pre-COVID, and did not tour. Walked by Heineken, but did not tour Heineken. What I wanted to do was I think it's in Brussels. We were in Belgium also. Delirium Tremens. I have a hat. I bought a hat, but didn't get to see the brewery. Natural disasters in tugboat. That brings me back. Classic WWF. Hell yeah. Max says, yes, bourbon whiskey. Everybody that likes it just likes to think they are better than everybody else. Give me a Bud Light or a Diet Mountain Dew Pepsi instead, and I'll still buy a blaster after one. Hell yeah. I had me some Bud Lights last night. Flipping sports guy. I don't really collect paper products, but if you've got small pieces of cardboard, I'll take that. What I mean by publications, paper products. Paper and cardboard, completely different things. Made from the same thing, completely different. Talking about programs, newspapers, magazines, programs. I don't collect that stuff. Dan says, I assume that Ernie Banks card you got from that guy who lost his dad is at the top of your stories during the... Yes, absolutely. That's one of my stories. The guy who was from Alabama, who's like, hey, I've got a bunch, and he had a bunch of like Ernie Banks, Ron Santo, Billy Williams. And he's like, I just want to give these to you. I'm going to be in Madison for work. He's a consultant for a company. And I'm like, oh, okay. So we're deciding like, where are we going to meet? He's like, well, the company I work for is Extreme Engineering. And I'm like, I can see that from my backyard. And like, I'm like, my old house was kind of out off, very west side, very residential with just a couple like plants like that. And I'm like, I can see that place from my backyard. So I'm like, yeah, just swing over to the house. Tell my wife wasn't like some random guy on the internet's going to come over. I'm like, yeah, why not? So that was a fun story. But there's so many. Good morning, Big Harv. What's happening? Made my first bundle sale after we talked about it last weekend. Thank you for the help. Is there a way to find out which promotion they came from? Yes. Could be regular promo or past buyer promo. Yes. So if you go into, let's see, if you go into your marketing tab, I think it's just go into summary. And it should be at the bottom. Oh, maybe it's not at the bottom. Manage your marketing app. Promotions. Okay, so marketing, and then go to promotions, and then at the bottom, it'll show like what sales have came from where. So, and I need to clean mine up because I have like volume discounts on like Heritage Miners, and I just need to get some of that cleaned up. So there you go. John says, I think the Pro Set Soccer has the first card for Alan Shearer and Roy Keane. I'm sure you're really interested to know that. I think so, because when I talked about these have been in my eBay store for like a year and a half, and I've sent many offers. Like people watch it. It's a bundle of, I think I have like 40 or 50 packs. And so it's, my notifications went from 38 to 62. Hey, thank you for those. Oh, that bastard. Joendry Vargas. This motherfucker. Canceled. I accepted his offer and he canceled. Knew it. So it pisses you off, but guess what? The only thing you can do is you just cancel and move on. That's actually it sucks, but it's better than him just not paying. Like, I'm glad they canceled right away instead of waiting, because otherwise you can't do it as a seller. I wouldn't be able to do anything for 4 days. And then I would have to like force actually eBay. I have it set up automatically that if it's not paid within 4 days, it's just canceled and relisted. So at least I only lost 15 minutes as opposed to 4 days. So there you go. Good morning, Andy Mack. What's happening? Max says, I didn't ever realize how many podunk combo schools Illinois has. I thought Wisconsin had a lot with like 10. Oh man, so my hometown is still a high school, but like when I was like a kid, we played in the Indian Valley Conference. And the Indian Valley Conference was Anawan. There's only, I think, 2 schools out of like the 12 that were in the conference. So Atkinson they're now with Geneseo. Let's see, who else was in the Indian Valley? Western High School, Wyanett High School, Walnut High School, Manlius High School, Tampico High School. All 5 of those are now in the are called Bureau Valley. Lamoille High School, I think, is still on its own. I think Ohio High School is still on its own. Bank is from Bradford. They are no longer a high school. I think they go, I don't know where they go now. Tiscawa, no longer a high school. They go to Princeton, I think. Who else? Toulon and Wyoming are now together. They're a county school, Stark County. So all of those were in like the Indian Valley Conference. And so now it's just Anawan is alone, Lamoille is alone, Ohio, and Princeville. Princeville was in the Indian Valley for a little bit. I think they co-opt with Wyoming Princeville. But Princeville's on its own. So yeah, like, and it's crazy the number of small school, like it's just the enrollment keeps rising because all these schools are consolidating. Small schools don't really exist. Red Light 34, good morning. I didn't say I wouldn't eat pizza, but most overrated for sure. Ugh, that's a terrible take. The weather is the second worst thing about it. The worst is the people. Snowbirds and bath salt people. It's crazy. Florida. Because up north, it's northern Florida is like it's like Mississippi and Alabama. And then South Florida is just like New York. It's just all the snowbirds. Flawed Thinker says, well, now just put his name on your blocked list and be done with it. Absolutely. Dave. Is this a different Dave? Had your show running at the start of class and you yelled this motherfucker. Fabulous. At least you teach high school. It's not like second graders. Were there any kids in the classroom? Hopefully not. Hey, I've been to Bushnell. That's the least of that's one of the least things that they could hear in Bushnell. Dorky Angler laughs. Dave's a chemistry teacher at Bushnell Prairie City High School. Oh, full class. Hey, you know what? They never heard that on K100. Never heard me say that on the morning show. All right, let's play Name That Player. That's classic. All right. We're doing football today. Let's see. Where are we at? So we need a new banner. Let's take a look at these scores. Max, even though he doesn't know what he's talking about regarding pizza, he knows what he's talking about with Name That Player. Big lead for Max. 15 points. Flawed Thinkers up there in second place with 8. Uncle Rich, it is Rosh Hashanah, so we may not have Uncle Rich with us today. Harlan with 6 points. Scotty Dubs with 4. Terry McDaniel also has 4. Philly Joe with 3. Card Hobbyist has 2. Flipping Sports Guy Diego. PK Steinberg. Mark Marinello. Where's Mark? Haven't seen Mark either. Or is Mark here? Ken, SoCal Guy, and Minneapolis Kid all with 1 point apiece. Let's play Name That Player. TD Sports Cards in the house. Kyle says, I have never heard as much cursory language as I did in high school, so I don't think you need to worry. You must have rode the bus. See, I was a townie. I didn't ride the bus. All my friends that rode the bus, man, they knew all kinds of things. They knew everything before the townies did. And then it was like currency, knowing what slang sex terms were, riding the bus, because all the older kids you got more sex education on the bus than you did from Mr. Arnold. All right, so we're playing football. Name That Player. 12 cards. This is 19. What year is this? 95? You got the foil pack. 1995. Collector's Choice from Upper Deck. Joe Montana as a Kansas City Chief. Wow. Okay. This first guy is going to be difficult. I have no idea. I would have no clue who this is. 95. Would this be Los Angeles Raiders? I don't think they had moved back to Oakland. Los Angeles Raiders. This guy was a linebacker. I think he was a high draft pick. Minneapolis Kid with the first guess. It is not correct. Not Bill Pickle. There it is. Wow. Flawed thinker. Very good. Rob Fredrickson. Rob Fredrickson. Okay. Flawed thinker. Let's get your point on the board. So you're closing the gap on Max. 9 points for Flawed thinker. Okay, I think you'll get this one. Looks like we've got him in an airbrushed college uniform. Oh, we've got to take your comment off. There we go. Okay. Looks like he's a quarterback, probably a rookie in 1995 based on the collegiate uniform, the airbrushed collegiate uniform. But speaking of college, man, Bowman U for football looks fire. Boxes were up on tops.com. $100 for a hobby box. Ooh, I might buy me some. Okay, we've got some guesses coming in. It's not Mark Brunell. It's not Jim Harbaugh. It's not Elvis Gerbach. I will tell you, okay, so he's Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills. I can give you the team. Not Rodgers. Not O'Donnell. Buffalo Bills, rookie quarterback, 1995. Who you got? Who you got? Who you got? Oh, not Chuck Long. Card Hobbyist says college question mark. Todd Collins is correct. Max. Yes. Todd Collins, Michigan Wolverines, Buffalo Bills, second round draft pick. All right. Todd Collins, point to Max. He extends that lead, so he essentially wipes out Flawed Thinker's first correct guess. All right, so 16 points for Max, 9 for the Flawed Thinker. Dave's still with us, so no more F-bombs. Oh, almost said the S word. Okay. All right, next one I think you'll get. So we got to take that one down. Oh, asking for the college name. Oh, gotcha. Michigan Wolverines. Okay. Shouldn't need any hints for this guy. Shouldn't need any hints. I'm not even going to give you the team name because I think you'll get this without any assistance. Michael Irvin, yes. Have to go all the way. Max, fastest fingers. Michael Irvin, Dallas Cowboys. We'll put him. Oh, I've got a football pile built up anyway. Max with the point. All right. Max with 17 points. I think it's basically, Max has that fast internet. I think it's the fast internet. A lot of people guessing correctly. JW's in the house. Good morning. I'm so late. Work's got, well, we're only 3 cards in. So you've got a chance here. Let's see. We're going to Arizona. Cardinals. Cardinals running back. Cardinals running back. 1995. This guy was a stud. All right, it's not Larry Centers. That's a good guess. Not Larry Centers. Card Hobbyist, the first to guess. Garrison Hurst. Was he from Georgia? Yes, Georgia Bulldog. Garrison Hurst. He was a stud. Card Hobbyist with the point. Card Hobbyist. Where are you at on points? Oh, that's your 3rd point. So you move up. 3 points for the Card Hobbyist. All right, next up. Oh, sweet. Now, I would have known this one. I would have got this one. By the way, we're guessing the Chicago Bear in the picture, not the Miami Dolphin player. Who's this guy? Chicago Bears. Curtis Conway is correct. Who is the first one? Minneapolis Kid is the first to guess Curtis Conway. That's a cool photo and cool photo on the well. It's a cool photo. Okay, so Minneapolis Kid. Got some diversity with our winners this morning, and Minneapolis Kid has 2 points. Oh, he moves up ahead of some players. Minneapolis Kid moved him up behind Card Hobbyist. There you go. All right. Next up, Card Hobbyist thinks the Dolphin is Troy Vincent. That sounds accurate. That sounds correct. Okay. Oh, looks like we have another Los Angeles Raider. Boy, they gave the Raiders some close-up photos on these cards. 95 Collector's Choice. Los Angeles Raiders. The Raiders. Defensive tackle. Defensive tackle. Los Angeles Raiders. Ooh, we've got a couple correct guesses. First one in, Minneapolis Kid, Chester McLaughlin. Where'd he go to school? Clemson. Chester McLaughlin, Minneapolis Kid with another point. Minneapolis Kid, that moves you into a tie with Philly Joe and the Card Hobbyist. 3 points. Chester McLaughlin. All right. Here we go. It's another Cardinal. And as you can see on the writing here, signed by the Dolphins. So this guy played for the Dolphins and the Cardinals. Looks like it was going to be his second stint with the Dolphins also. Started his career in Miami. Let's see. Where are we at? McLaughlin, Sanders, Moore, Frank, Williams, Moore, Sanders. None of those are correct. Sanders. It is not Sanders. McDuffie, no. So his rookie year was in 1991 with the Miami Dolphins. Also spent part of that year with the Cardinals. Spent 92, 93, 94 with the Cardinals. Then went back to Miami in 95. He was a wide receiver. I have not seen any correct answers. Not Green, not Prohl, not Clark. Hill, yes. Merle. Randall Hill. Very good. Merle with the point. Is that your first point in our new game? Let's see. Merle. I'm just going to call you Merle and not MI3 cards. Or actually, you know what? We will. We'll do MI3 cards. 1 point. All right. College. What college did Randall Hill go to? He went to, Miami. He went to the U from Miami. Randall the Thrill Hill. Okay. Oh, wow. Here we go. It's like duplicate teams in this pack. Chicago Bears quarterback. Chicago Bears quarterback. I'm not going to give a hint yet. And I don't need to. Steve Walsh is correct. Max got it. Steve Walsh also went to the U. Same college as Randall Hill. Were they there at the same time? Probably not. Steve Walsh was a rookie in 88. Hill in 91. All right. Steve Walsh, point to Max. Extends that lead for his 18th point. go 18 for Max. Card Hobby says, must be the same game as the Conway picture. Yes, also playing the Dolphins in this picture. I bet so. All right. We're down to, we got, I think, 4 cards left. 4 cards left. Ooh, never heard of this guy. Good luck. Good luck. We might need a few hints on this one. Atlanta Falcons. I'll give you a few seconds before I start throwing hints out. I think I'm going to have to give a few hints away on this. Although looking at his career numbers, he played longer than I would have thought. Atlanta Falcons, he was a defensive back. He was a cornerback. Holy shit, Max. How the hell did you know that? DJ Johnson, yes. I mean, I could have gave a bunch of hints away. Merle knew it too. Johnson. Who's DJ Johnson? I've never heard of the guy. Everybody knows Johnson. Everybody knows Johnson. DJ Johnson. I don't remember this guy at all. Played like 6 years with the Steelers, 5 or 6 years with the Steelers, went to Atlanta, went to school at Kentucky. DJ Johnson. Who the hell is this guy? Everybody knows DJ Johnson. Max with another point. DJ Johnson. And that was my wheelhouse of knowing football. Like that was like the years that I was obsessed with NFL. All right. By this point, by the mid 90s, I was not paying attention to football much. All right. Next up, we go to Tampa Bay. Could you see his jersey number on there? Or his jersey name? No. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Wide receiver. Wilson is correct. Yes. Let's see. Flawed thinker. Looks like Bobby Boucher's friend in the Water Boy. Charles Wilson went to Memphis State. Started his career with the Packers. Flawed thinker on the board today. 10 points. Oh, I think that's your second point today, correct? That's your second point. 10 points for the flawed thinker. All right. Card Hobbyist should get a point here. Where's Card Hobbyist at? Oh. All right. 2 to go. 2 to go. I remember this guy when he played. I'll give you a second before I say his other team he played for. Here, he is featured with the Cardinals. And this guy actually spent most of his career with the Cardinals. I remember him as a member of the St. Louis Rams toward the end of his career. Yes, it is Williams. Aeneas. When I was a kid, I thought I'd be cute and called him Anus Williams. Kind of does spell out anus. Aeneas Williams, Arizona Cardinals cornerback. The Card Hobbyist with the point. Card Hobbyist with 4. You move ahead of Philly Joe. And let's move you up. And there we go. One. Oh. All right. Last card. Last card. We're going back to Florida. Back to South Beach, to the Dolphins. A wide receiver. Sticker. Nope. This guy had a long career. Wide receiver. Not McDuffie. Went to Nebraska. Oh, somebody already got it. Yes, it's Irving Fryer, Card Hobbyist. Irving Fryer went to Nebraska, Spent most of his career with the Patriots, at least his early career, I guess. Irving Fryer, card hobbyist. And he adds another point. Where you at, card hobbyist? 5. So you move up. Card hobbyist with 5. And you move up ahead of Scotty Dubs and Terry. Card hobbyist 5. And where do we go? Harlan at 6. All right. So here's our updated standings. Axe maintains a lead with 19 points, followed by the Flood Thinker with 10. Uncle Rich, despite not being here today, still with 7 points in third place. Harlan at 6. Card Hobbyist moves up to 5. Number 5 with 5 points, followed by Scotty Dubs, Terry McDaniel with 4 points each. Philly Joe has 3, along with the Minneapolis Kid. And with 1 point apiece, the Flipping Sports Guy, Diego, PK Steinberg, Mark Marinello, Ken, SoCal 1967, and MI3 Cards Merle. There you go. There you go. Another week of Name That Player. We'll do it again next Friday, will we? Yes. So I'll be home all weekend. So there will be a show tomorrow. There will be a show Sunday. Next weekend is the Midwest premiere. So no show of Hobby Evolution on Saturday or Sunday. You can come see me in Rockford in Loves Park, to be exact, at the Indoor Sports Center. More than 200 tables. Going to be a good time. I'll have quarter boxes. I'll blow out boxes where you can buy an entire quarter box for just $50. I'll have some supplies, top loaders, card savers as well. That's next weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Loves Park, Illinois, at the Indoor Sports Center, the Midwest premiere. So there will not be a Hobby Evolution Saturday or Sunday next week. Hit up my eBay store. Let's flash this sale again, 99centcards.com. You can go into the description of this video. Link is also in there. Coupon code SEPT50 sale is 50% off 5 or more cards, and that coupon is valid through the weekend. I think it expires at some point on Sunday. So take advantage of that. Many people have, and I thank you so much for your business. 50% off some of those Bowman Chrome cards, most of them eligible for that sale. So get those Bowman Chrome while they're still in my store. And I'll try to add some. I'm going to be doing a lot of shipping today, so maybe not get any added today, but through this weekend, I'll be adding some more cards to the inventory. And those new listings will also be eligible for that 50% off 5 or more items using coupon code SEPT50 sale. What else do I want to shill today? How about Card Dealer Pro? Get 500 free scans when you use promo code CUBS, C-U-B-S. That's when you sign up for any paid subscription. You'll receive 500 free scans when you use that promo code. Go to carddealerpro.com. Yes, I am getting paid just a little tiny bit for that promo code. So 500 free scans when you use promo code CUBS, C-U-B-S. Upon any paid subscription. Can be the cheapest one, could be the most expensive one. I love it. I use it on a daily basis. Go to carddealerpro.com and don't forget the promo code is CUBS, C-U-B-S. There's the Midwest premiere next weekend, Saturday, September 23rd, Sunday, September 24th, the Indoor Sports Center, Loves Park, Illinois. More than 200 tables, and I'll be there with my bargain boxes. Come see me for quarter cards and blowout boxes as well. And some supplies. I'll have top loaders and card savers on hand next Saturday, next Sunday in the Indoor Sports Center, Loves Park, which is next to Rockford. I think that's it. Next Madison Card Show, Saturday, September 30th, Sheraton Hotel, John Nolan Drive, 125 dealer tables. It will be a sold-out show. It's free admission, and I'll be set up there as well. As long as I don't oversell the show and have to give up my tables, I should be set up. Saturday, September 30th, Sheraton Hotel on John Nolan Drive. That is the next Madison Card Show. And with that, I think all the shilling is done for a Friday. Have a great weekend. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to shop my eBay store. So with that, I'm out. Have a great Friday. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning at some point, probably 8:30 a.m. Central Time. See you then.